everybody, it's Hexa, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about anxiety from a perspective that I've never looked at it in before. This is kind of just something that popped into my head. I had like an epiphany, a moment of clarity about this issue, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning right now, and I just had to film it and to talk about it with you guys or for you guys because I really want to just capture the moment and put that thought out there. I am filming on my shitty broken Samsung, and it is still shitty and broken, but I have somehow managed to get it to kind of sort of maybe a little bit work, not well enough, but hopefully this video goes smoothly. I'm also recording the audio on my phone just in case the video fucks up because I would be so frustrated to lose this whole stream of consciousness thing that's about to happen here. I'm gonna take my slippers off because they're distracting me. Before we get into the substance of this video, I would like to please ask you guys if you have a few pennies or a few dollars to spare. Please go ahead and click on my Patreon link, which is down in the description box below. Any of the money that you will be donating will be used to support my channel. Right now, I am really trying to save up for a Canon 60D because I want to improve the quality of my video, and I've been filming on a shitty digital camera for way too long now, and I really want to have a proper camera to YouTube with and just to improve the overall quality of my content for my subscribers. So yeah, if you would like to help me out with that, I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. So now let's get into it. Anxiety is a motivation problem. What do I mean by that? So I've come to this realization that the reason why I'm not dealing with my anxiety properly and I'm not recovering from my anxiety properly is because I'm not motivated to do so. There's a lot of, I don't feel like it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. A lot of procrastination happening. So I'll just explain that in terms of other events and feelings and thoughts that lots of people are very familiar with. Nobody likes waking up at 7 a.m. every day and working from 9 to 5, but everybody likes having a nice car, having a nice house, having nice clothes, being able to go on vacation, and all of these things that they can do with the money that they get from that job. No high school student likes doing tons and tons of homework for hours and hours on end, but most high school students want to go to college and pursue higher education, right? I don't know. I don't know the statistics about it, but I'm just imagining this is the situation in most cases. And with anxiety, I don't like having anxiety. I hate having anxiety, and I don't want to have anxiety forever. I want to live life to the fullest, and I want to be able to go on vacation, meet people, go to events, and have fun and experience life and just accomplish all the amazing things that I've always wanted to accomplish. But I don't like feeling uncomfortable. I don't like having anxiety attacks and panic attacks in public. I don't like being paranoid that I'm going to throw up somewhere. I don't like all of these negative feelings that come up when I put myself in situations that I'm anxious about. But the only way I'm gonna overcome anxiety and get over it and cure myself of it is by being in those situations that I feel uncomfortable in. That goes for everybody, okay? So this is a constant struggle between your emotional brain and your logical brain. That is all anxiety is your emotional brain gets kind of confused and starts seeing danger in things that are not dangerous. And your logical brain knows that there's nothing to be afraid of. You know, anxiety doesn't rob you of your common sense and your ability to use logic. Even if you have the most severe, terrible anxiety disorder ever in the universe, you still have your logical brain intact. You still know that there's no reason why these terrible things should happen to you. So take me for example. I have a fear of fainting or throwing up in public. Those are two of my biggest fears relating to anxiety, I guess. And I know logically that there's no reason why I should faint because I'm a healthy individual, and there's no reason why I should throw up because, like, who gets food poisoning all the time like that? I'm afraid of taking modes of transportation because I'm afraid I will throw up from motion sickness, even though I don't actually suffer from motion sickness except in very special cases such as mountain paths that go like this. But for the most part, there's literally no reason why I should faint or throw up ever. I haven't puked in public since I was a kid, and I've never full-on fainted in public. I've almost fainted one time in public, and that was because I was anemic, which I am not anymore. So, logical brain totally knows that. Logically, I'm aware there's nothing to be afraid of. But my emotional brain is still really confused, and the thing is that I cannot retrain my emotional brain just by thinking my way out of it. I have to act my way out of it in order to retrain my emotional brain, and that is where the issue of procrastination and motivation comes in. Because every single night I think to myself, tomorrow I'm going to go to the grocery store, or I'm going to go to the flower shop, or I'm going to go to Yuyantong, which is like a rock bar that I really love. Every single night I think I'm going to do these things, and I accept that I will be uncomfortable or anxious, but I'm going to do them because I know that after I do them I'll feel better and I won't be so scared of it anymore. But then the day comes, you know, I wake up in the morning and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, my stomach kind of hurts today, or I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, or I kind of have a headache, or my throat hurts, I think I'm coming down with a cold. So then every single morning I'm like, it's fine, it's okay, I'll do it tomorrow. But the thing is, I have an anxiety disorder. Every single day I'm going to wake up and think there is something wrong with me, because that's what anxiety does. It makes you paranoid, it makes you a total hypochondriac. You're constantly going to be worried about your physical health, you're constantly going to be thinking there's something wrong with you. I swear, like, no joke, I have spent months, literally months, believing that I have a brain aneurysm or a brain tumor, and I have been to the doctor secretly hoping in my soul that they're going to find that I have a brain thing, and they're gonna find it, they're gonna take it out, and that's gonna be the end of all my problems. I'm literally just waiting for an aneurysm to happen so that I can explain away my anxiety with that. But lo and behold, after spending lots of money on lots of doctor's appointments, I am perfectly healthy. Nothing wrong with me. I still think there's something wrong with me, but that's just the anxiety speaking. So, what does your anxiety make you afraid of? You might be afraid of getting into a car accident, or a metro accident, or a plane crash, or whatever it is. It doesn't even matter. Whatever it is that you are afraid of might happen, just what is the percentage chance that that thing will actually happen? Probably really, 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 really low. Like, almost definitely really, 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 really low. The only people who should be having anxiety about anything are people who have, like, epilepsy and seizures or chronic illnesses that actually have a high probability of something going wrong with them or their bodies at any given point in time. But then why is fucking Stephen Hawking still doing talks in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and why, or I don't know if it's hundreds of thousands, but you get what I mean. And why is it that people with epilepsy are still going out and doing their thing and living their lives? Because they're not letting their fear control them, and they choose to be motivated enough to fight through it and to live their lives. Anything you want in life, you are going to have to work for. All of the great, amazing things in life have to be worked for. If you want a loving, long-lasting relationship, if you want to meet the love of your life, well, first you have to go out there and find that person, and then once you have that relationship, you have to work on it, and you have to put energy into it, and you know, cultivate it, so to speak. If you want to learn a language, you have to actually learn it. You're not just gonna wake up one day and know it. You have to learn it, and it's gonna take time. That's a problem that I have. I speak 3 languages, but I learned all 3 of them when I was pretty little. I come from a family of linguists and have endless support in language learning through them and their connections with other people who know languages that my family doesn't know. So I've spent the past few years wanting to learn German and French, and then I wanted to learn Russian, but I kind of got turned off Russian because Putin turned out to be a homophobic shit, and I'm boycotting the Russian language until Russia stops being homophobic. And now I'm trying to learn Danish because I am dating a Danish guy, and I am fully capable of learning all of these languages. I know I can do it because I have a really good understanding of languages because, you know, being in a polylingual environment has been, or multilingual environment has been in my life for so long. But I haven't learned these languages because it's difficult and it takes time and I have to put in effort and it's frustrating and it's a motivation problem. I'm procrastinating it. I don't want to go through the effort of learning. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent, so getting back to anxiety. How it fits into this is that, yeah, like I said, I want to live free of my anxiety. I want to be fearless. I want to conquer the world and be a rock star and be famous and travel and go places and do things and meet people and be amazing and just have all the fun in the world. But I don't want to go through the temporary discomfort that I will have to go through to get to that place where I don't have anxiety anymore. I'm gonna have anxiety forever unless I actually go out and do things. I know that now. And it's just, I'm putting it out there for you guys to listen to this and to think about this, because I know I am a lifelong procrastinator. I have been a lifelong procrastinator up until now. And I know that that's going to be a really, really tough habit to beat for me. But, you know, this isn't just about learning a language anymore. And this isn't just about finishing high school anymore. This is about the rest of my life. I know that anxiety is fully capable of lasting the rest of my life if I don't get my shit together, get my motivation together, and stop procrastinating. If I'm going to recover, I'm going to have to go through that discomfort at some point or another, so it might as well be now, because the more I procrastinate, the more I put it off, the more I say, oh, I'm not feeling so well today, let's do it tomorrow, the more time I'm wasting and the more of my life is just gonna slip through my fingers. What is the point of having a life if you're not living it? I'm vegetating, I'm bored, I'm depressed and just really upset and frustrated with myself. I'm missing so many opportunities. I quit my job. I don't perform anymore. I don't see my friends anymore. I don't make friends anymore. I don't do anything fun to me anymore. I just sit and hide and wallow in fear and anxiety and illogical thoughts in my teeny tiny, ever shrinking bubble of safety. But you know what? I would rather die from one of my illogical fears than live the rest of my life not doing anything because of them. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna die in a plane crash, at least you got on a plane somewhere and tried to do something exciting and had that awesome, you know, possibility in your life. At this rate, I know I'm not getting anywhere. I know I'm not gonna get anywhere the longer I stay stuck in this hole that I have dug for myself. So, putting this up on the internet for me would be kind of a way to hold myself accountable, because I can't just keep on spitting advice at people and then not taking my own advice. I mean, I can, but that just makes me feel like a shitty person, you know? And it's not helping me either. And at the end of the day, I want to be motivational. I want to be able to be a motivational speaker one day. I want to be inspired and inspirational. I want people to look up to me and say, because of you, I chose to reach for my dreams. And because of your struggle and the way that you recovered from that struggle, I did what I had to do to recover from mine. That's what I've always dreamed of, because mental illness has been a part of my life for such a long time, probably since around the time I was 10. I can remember having depression and having suicidal thoughts. And to me, it was always very important that one day I would become the person who would help other people overcome the shit that I went through. I wanted to turn, and I have always wanted to turn my negative experience into a source of inspiration and help and support for other people. Wow! That's really scary. It's really scary for me to be saying that and to be putting this out there, because I know now that, like, at the moment I post this, if I don't do what I'm advising you guys to do in this video, then I'm just a hypocrite, you know, or I'm just lazy, because, you know, I'm never gonna be the asshole who tells somebody with anxiety or with depression that they're just being lazy. Because that's not true. You have a debilitating disorder, and it does make your life really fucking difficult compared to everybody else who doesn't have those disorders. But a lot of people do have these disorders. A lot of people do heal from them. And a lot of people also give up. But which one of those do you want to be? Do you want to give up? Or is the fight and the effort, the pain and the discomfort worth the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, however many years of your life that you have left to live without it? You can recover from this. You can, I can, everybody can. Anxiety and depression are not permanent. I don't know, I guess in some people they are. I know there are some forms of depression that can be like chronic or like lifelong illness. Sorry, my camera just cut me off right there, which means I've been talking for way too long. But as I was saying, I know there are some forms of depression that can be chronic or lifelong things, but I personally choose to believe that anybody, regardless of the form of their disorder, has the potential to heal at least to some extent. So here's your daily dose of motivation. Go kick ass. I know it's hard. I know you don't wanna. I know you don't feel like it. I know you feel kind of sick somewhere. I know your foot hurts or your head hurts or your stomach hurts or something hurts, and you want to do it tomorrow. Let's just do it tomorrow when we feel better. But you're not going to feel better tomorrow. You're not going to feel better the day after that or the day after that. You are going to feel better after you feel like shit. Crazy as that seems, it is the truth. You're going to feel better after you brave your fears. After you go through the discomfort. You know, if I'm scared of going to shopping malls, but I should go to a shopping mall and I'm gonna fucking hate it. I know I'm gonna hate it. I know I'm going to freak out and my heart's gonna be pounding like this, and I'm gonna think I'm gonna have a heart attack, or I'm gonna throw up in the middle of the shopping mall, and there's gonna be so many terrible thoughts going through my head. I know that is going to happen, and I'm fully prepared for that. Maybe, I don't know if I'm fully prepared for that, but I know that experiencing those feelings is a thing that needs to happen in order for me to be able to, you know, get over that experience, complete that trip to the shopping mall, get home, and then be like, I'm still in one piece. I didn't faint. I didn't puke. I didn't die. I didn't fall down the escalator. I didn't embarrass myself. None of the terrible things that I thought would happen happened. None of them. They don't exist. So there we go. Anxiety is a motivation problem. The longer you procrastinate facing your fears, the longer you are going to have your fears. I can promise. You can live the rest of your life until you're freaking 80 years old, cooped up in a room, going to the doctor's office every week because you think there's another new thing wrong with you. You can do that. That's a possibility. You can do it. You can choose that path. I'm not going to stop you, but that's going to stop you. That's going to stop you from accomplishing your dreams, from meeting the love of your life, from motivating the people you care about, from inspiring the people you care about. So, on the flip side, you also can go through a few weeks or months or maybe even years of constant discomfort and constant braving of fears to get yourself out of that rut. And you can prove to yourself that those fears will not manifest. You can prove to the people around you that you are inspirational and motivational and you are someone to look up to. And you can accomplish your dreams. You can live the rest of your life without anxiety. You can heal. All of the possibilities are out there. All of them. All of the possibilities are there. It's just a matter of choice. Which one are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to heal even though it's going to be hard and you're going to have to go through some difficult, painful, uncomfortable moments? Or you can choose not to go through those difficult, painful, uncomfortable moments, but at the same time not to live your life. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Damn, is this scary. I'm fucking terrified. I am fucking terrified of the prospect of tomorrow maybe leaving my house and maybe going to the flower shop and maybe even walking further than the flower shop. I am terrified of that prospect. Totally freaks me out. It just, like, thinking about it is giving me anxiety, but anxiety can't hurt me. Like, fear is a thing that is designed and embedded within us to protect us, but when your fear stops serving you and starts hurting you, that's when it becomes a problem, and that's when you need to address it and you need to face it and brave it, conquer it, and desensitize it. The more you do the things you're scared of, the less scary they become. Am I right? Like, you know, every single singer or actor, the very first time they participated in their very first school play or choir or whatever it is, they were terrified. But then the next one, they were still terrified, but a little bit less, and a little less uncomfortable, and then they got even better the next time, and the next time, and the next time, you know? It's a learning process, just like everything else. You get better at it the more you do it. So, do it. Whatever it is. If it's a fear of driving, go drive. If it's a fear of taking the metro, go take the metro. If it's a fear of flying, go fly. If it's a fear of, you name it, just do it. I don't care. I don't care what you think is going to happen. It's very unlikely to happen. And if it happens, you will probably be fine. Just like with my fears. Like I said, I'm afraid of throwing up or fainting in public. Am I going to throw up? Probably not. If I throw up, will I die and like never be able to live life ever again? No. I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna feel embarrassed and uncomfortable, and then I'm gonna get the fuck over it. Am I going to faint? Probably not. But if I do, someone is going to call an ambulance or take me to the first aid center of wherever I faint, and someone is going to help me and be with me until I regain consciousness, which anyways, by the way, in most cases, if a person faints, they're going to regain consciousness within a few seconds to 2 minutes. If they're unconscious for more than 2 minutes, that qualifies as a medical emergency, but the chances of me being in a medical emergency like that are very, very low because, like I said, I've been to the hospital a billion times and there's nothing wrong with me. So, there we go. We're doing this, braving them fears, doing the scary stuffs. I am not looking forward to this. I am not looking forward to the discomfort, just like I never looked forward to homework, and I never looked forward to having to practice piano and sound like shit. But you know what I am gonna look forward to is the rest of my life. The rest of my life, traveling the world, performing, being a motivational speaker, whatever it is that I want to do and end up doing, that is my goal. That is my motivation. That is what I'm working towards. I need to make this happen. I need to stop procrastinating, and so do you. So, okay, sorry for the long video. Here's a potato. You will not get that if you don't 9gag. And I don't really 9gag, but my boyfriend does, so now I indirectly 9gag through him. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more. And like I said in the beginning, you can donate to my Patreon down below to support me and my channel and a new non-shitty camera. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!